I'm also working with a divorced family that is blended. So they're, the stepmom and the dad, um, are both struggling how to handle the kids with the ex-wife who they're in a court battle with. So they were smart enough, and I was fortunate enough that they reached out to me before, early enough so that I could help them. And when they went into court, the mediator and the guardian and the lawyer all said, "Wow, this is fantastic." Two things. One is, we'd like to work with Andy. So they've reached out to me because they deal with other parents who are going through this. And then they required him as part of the court order to work to extend my relationship with him to continue to help him. So to me, that's as good a validation of the type of service that I offer as anything. And I work with these parents and step parents and others and help them communicate better, before, ideally, so they can avoid that process. Because, as you said, when you're married, there's enough strain trying to grow your careers, trying to manage your schedules, trying to connect with your spouse. And then, when you're trying to deal with kids who have all the issues they have today, social media, post-COVID issues, regarding their communication and maturity, the pressures that the kids have, and the bullying and other things. And parents just aren't aligned, and being able to align your communication a lot better, be proactive in your communication, make sure you're connecting together before you talk to your kids about important things, rather than just one parent doing it and the other parent disagreeing in person. There are a lot of approaches that seem logical, but in practice don't happen. And so, the way I work with my parents, I have a framework I call the 4A framework.
4A?
4A. And you'll see the 4 A's. So it's assess. I really try to get to know the client, meaning the parent or the parents. And the reason is because their childhood, their view on the world, the trauma that they've experienced, all influences how they work as a parent or a spouse or a co-parent. And if they have a view on the world that, that I was brought up in a strict household, so my household's going to be strict too, that may or may not work. Right. And how do you compromise with your partner, or if you've gotten remarried, or just make it work with your ex? So the first thing is assess. The second one is address. So it's putting together an actual action plan. That's the difference between a therapist and a coach. A therapist diagnoses and helps heal. A coach really puts an action plan and helps to educate. And in my career, I've been a coach in one way or another, in one form of another. And so, the parent coaching is what resonates with me, and I think creates great results. Then the third one is acting. What acting is bumping into the world. You're actually testing it week by week, seeing how it works, seeing how you deliver it, seeing how your kids respond, or your co-parent responds, or other things, or as life happens. And then as I get together with the parent or parents the following week, we review it, we see what's come up in the world, and we make adjustments. And a lot of what makes things stick is refining, having accountability, and making those adjustments. And that's the 4A framework.
What was after acting? Did I miss it?
Assess, address, act, and adjust.
Adjust. Got it.